The weight of love. Dane stares out of his office window, wishing that his mood matched the beautiful sunshiny day. To him, it seems like he's been standing there for hours, but only moments have passed. He can feel his best friend's gaze upon him. Finally, he speaks. "Carl, I'm in love with Shannon." Carl raises an eyebrow. "Your secretary, Shannon?" "Yes." "I didn't know you two were dating." "We're not dating. We've actually never dated." "Then you can't know her well enough to be in love." "Oh, but I do know her. I've been observing her for many months now. She's an incredibly kind person and sincerely cares about others. I honestly don't know any other woman quite like her." "So what's the problem? Why haven't you asked her out?" Dane slowly closes his eyes. "I have." "You have?" "Yeah, man, and she said no." Carl laughs. Wait, you're serious? Are you serious? I don't know too many women who would turn down a rich man. She cares nothing about money, Carl. Okay, so she doesn't like you as a person then? She didn't say. She didn't say? Not exactly. I don't understand. Talk to me, man. What's going on? Well, I didn't actually ask her out face to face. I left her a note. Carl chuckles. A note? Are you serious? She makes me nervous. Carl stares at Dane in disbelief. Wow. You really must be in love. I've never known you to be nervous, especially around women. Dane sighs. Okay, man, back way up and tell me the whole story. Well, as I already said, I've been observing her for a long time, but then about 6 months ago, I overheard her and her friend Jessica talking. So, Shannon, how did your doctor's appointment go? It went well, no problems. Awesome, but what's the reason for your lack of energy? Well, you said if I begin to eat healthier and walk 15 to 20 minutes a day, I'll begin to have more energy. Jessica was excited because she herself loves to exercise and she eats very healthy, so she was excited to help Shannon. But Shannon didn't seem too excited. So I decided to encourage her, but secretly. I began leaving anonymous notes of inspiration on her desk, 1 note a week. Every step you take is a step closer to your goals. Keep moving forward. In the battle of you versus the donut, I'm betting on you. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being better than yesterday. She loved the notes. They inspired her. Sometimes I would even put a flower with the note. Dane then smiles. Shannon had to begin shopping for new clothes, and Jessica loves to shop. She was constantly dragging Shannon to the mall. Wow, very inspiring, and she had no idea that you were the one leaving the notes. No. Why didn't you tell her? Well, reason number 1 is because she thought it was Kevin Daniels leaving the notes, and she likes Kevin. I didn't want to disappoint her. Reason number 2 is that I actually thought she would guess it was me. I signed all the notes with a D, and I asked her to begin calling me Dane instead of Mr. De La Vega, but she still didn't guess it was me. Everyone was having fun trying to guess, and no one was even thinking it could be me. Carl shakes his head. Please, continue. So finally, I wrote her a note asking her if she would like to go out for a cup of coffee. How did you sign it? I signed it Dane. She never responded. Then 2 days later, she asked for a leave of absence. Her grandmother had become very sick. She wanted to help take care of her. Wow, okay, that's weird that she wouldn't say anything about the note. Are you sure she even saw it? How could she not see it? I left it in the same place as I did the others. Dane, it doesn't make any sense. She probably didn't see it for some reason. It must have gotten lost, man. You should call her and talk to her. I did call once to ask about her grandmother. She really appreciated my call, but she still said nothing about the note. Well, how long has she been gone? She's been gone for months now. She's supposed to return next week. That's why I needed to talk to you. Well, what can I do? I was hoping that you could think of something, because I can't see her every day feeling this way. Well, I can tell you what you should do, but you're not going to like it. What is it? Go to her house and talk to her. No, man, no way. Look, you don't have to mention the note. Just go and say, I just wanted to stop by and check on you to see how things are going, and then ask her if she would like to go grab something to eat or a cup of coffee or something. Dane stares at Carl, and Carl gets up from his chair. Just go, man. Dane walks up to the door and rings the doorbell. He mumbles, Please don't be home. Please don't be home. Jessica answers. Mr. De La Vega? Hey, Jessica, what are you doing here? Jessica laughs. I'm always here. I live here. The question is, what are you doing here? I just stopped by to see how Shannon was doing. Oh, how nice. Come in. What is it? Have you seen her lately? No, I haven't. Why do you ask? Oh, no reason. Come on in. Have a seat. I'll go and get her. After a few minutes, he hears a voice behind him. Hello, Dane. Dane smiles. He loves the way she says his name. He turns around and is shocked. He smiles as he stares at her from head to toe. Shannon? She laughs as she spins around. Yes, it's me. How do I look? Dane continues smiling. You look great. But are you still the same Shannon on the inside? Yes, but only with a lot more energy. I'm happy to hear it. Congratulations. Thank you. She then teases. Well, did you come to drag me back to the office before next week? No, actually, I only stopped by to see how things are going. How is your grandmother? Still improving? Yes, she's doing very well. Thank you. That's great. He pauses. Shannon, I was wondering if you would like to go out with me for a cup of coffee. I can catch you up on business. Shannon smiles. It sounds good, but just coffee? Today happens to be my cheat day, and I can eat whatever I want. And I'm in the mood for burgers and fries and maybe even a pizza. Dane laughs. Okay, then, burgers and fries it is. And don't forget the pizza. Dane smiles as he watches Shannon enjoy her food. They talk and laugh about many things. 1 hour passes by and then 2. Dane is very, very happy. Soon it is time to go. Shannon? Yes, Dane? I want to see you again. What do you mean? I'll return to work next week. No, I mean I want to spend time with you outside of work. Oh, well, I think I would like that. Really? Yes, did you want me to say no? No, it's just that... Never mind. We can talk about it later. It's getting late. We should go. I had a really good time. Shannon and Dane enjoy each other's company very much. They get along very well. He introduces her to his friends. Many are very happy for the couple, but others do not think that a man like Dane should be dating his secretary. But Dane doesn't care. He loves Shannon, and he's not going to let his friends ruin things for him. At work, Shannon and Dane have fun working together. Months go by and everything is perfect. Until one evening, as Shannon is preparing dinner, Jessica walks into the kitchen and puts a box on the table.
Shannon, I need to talk to you. What is it? I didn't want to say anything. I was hoping that you would figure it out on your own. Figure out what?
Jessica's very hesitant to tell her.
Jessica, figure out what? Well, I'm just worried about you. Worried? Why? I've been looking through these notes of inspiration that you received months ago, and I'm pretty sure that it was Dane who wrote them.
Shannon picks up a note.
No way, he would have told me by now.
Jessica's silent.
Why wouldn't he tell me?
Jessica is still silent and very hesitant to continue.
Jessica, what is it? Well, think about it. Men like him, they only date women of a certain size. I think you know what I'm trying to say, and so I think he was giving you inspiration so that you could lose weight so that he could ask you out. Jessica, that's a really mean thing to say, and it doesn't make any sense. Listen to me, Shannon. I'm not saying that he doesn't like you. I can see he's crazy about you, but just think about it. How long has he known you? A long time, right? Why didn't he ask you out before? Why did he wait until you had lost all this weight?
Shannon is silent. She begins to think.
No, you're wrong. He was surprised when he saw me, remember? He knew nothing about my weight loss. So he says. And remember, you had begun to lose weight before you took a leave of absence. Why are you doing this, Jessica? Don't you want me to be happy? Are you jealous or something because you haven't found the perfect guy? And jealous? No, I'm not jealous, Shannon. I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't think your relationship would last. You're his secretary. Rich men like him do not normally date their secretaries, at least not seriously. I'm only telling you this because I care about you. I know, I'm sorry. But Jessica, our relationship is serious. We've been dating for months. I really like him a lot. He doesn't seem to be wanting to move on. Okay, Shannon, I hope you're right. At least ask him about the notes. Yes, I'll ask about the notes.
All night, Shannon thinks about Jessica's words. She has a hard time sleeping. The next day at work, Dane notices that something is wrong. Shannon, is everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I just feel tired, that's all.
Tired? You're never tired. You're always so full of energy. Then he teases. Have you been eating too many sweets? Normally she would laugh at his words, but she doesn't laugh. Instead, she becomes angry.
No, I haven't had too many sweets, Dane. But what if I have? Are you going to break up with me if I gain my weight back?
Dane is shocked. Shannon, what are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Actually, I have no idea what you're talking about. Dane remains calm. Shannon, what's wrong? Please tell me. But Shannon walks out of the room and returns carrying the box of notes.
Did you write these?
What are they?
These are the notes of inspiration that I received months ago.
Dane smiles. Yes, I wrote them. I forgot all about them, but why are you angry?
Forgot about them? How can you forget about dozens of notes?
Shannon, What's really going on?
Why didn't you tell me back then that they were from you?
Because you thought they were from Kevin Daniels, and I didn't want you to be disappointed. Dane pauses. Are you disappointed that they're not from Kevin? Is that why you're angry? Dane takes a deep breath and stares at the floor.
No, I care nothing for Kevin anymore.
Dane is relieved, but Shannon is still not happy.
So why didn't you ask me out way back then? Why did you wait so long? Why did you wait until I...
Until you what?
You know what I'm trying to say.
Shannon starts to breathe fast.
Jessica's right.
Right about what?
Why didn't you ask me out before, Dane? Why did you wait until I was this size?
What? I wasn't waiting for you to be a certain size. Besides, I did ask you out. I wrote you a note asking you out for coffee before you left to take care of your grandmother. And when you didn't respond, I assumed you weren't interested.
What are you talking about? I didn't get a note from you.
You didn't? Well, it must have gotten lost or something. I put it on your desk in the same place I put the other notes. I was too nervous to ask you face to face.
Nervous? Why would a man like you be nervous to ask out a woman like me?
A woman like you? That's just it, Shannon. You're different from any other woman I've known. You made me nervous.
Oh, well, that's easy for you to say now.
Dane suddenly becomes angry. So I've suddenly become a liar. After all these months of dating, have I ever lied to you?
Not that I know of, Dane.
Not that you know of?
For all I know, you could be lying to me every day. For all I know, you could be talking to other women. I don't know anything anymore.
Unbelievable, Shannon. Ever since I've come to know you, I haven't even ever looked at another woman. And that started long before you left to take care of your grandmother. It started long before I even started writing the notes. You can ask Carl. I told him all about it.
Oh, your best friend, Carl? Carl will say whatever you want him to say, and you know it. There's no way I'll ever know the truth.
So then you're just gonna have to trust me.
No, Dane. I'm sorry. I can't.
You can't? What exactly does that mean?
It means that I can't see you anymore without knowing the truth. I'm sorry.
She turns to leave.
And I can no longer work here either.
He grabs her. Shannon, look at me. Look at me. Don't you care about me? She pulls away.
Yes, Dane. I care about you very, very much.
And I care about you. Shannon, I love you. Don't you know that? Dane becomes more and more desperate. I love you. I would marry you today if you were agreeable. I was just giving you more time to get to know me better. But I myself don't need any more time. I love you, Shannon. Isn't that all that matters? Shannon looks up into his eyes.
No, Dane. That's not all that matters.
She walks out, and Dane just stares at her, feeling helpless. He calls her every day for the next few weeks. She doesn't answer or respond to any of his messages. He goes to her home, but she doesn't answer the door. He tries to reach her through Jessica. Jessica, it's Dane. I need to talk to Shannon.
She doesn't want to talk to you, Dane.
Jessica, just put her on the phone.
I can't.
You can't or you won't.
I can't. She's not here. She's at work. She found another job.
Where? Jessica is silent. Jessica, where is she working?
I can't tell you, Dane. She doesn't want to see you. I'm sorry.
Jessica hangs up the phone. Dane can't eat and he has a hard time sleeping. A few weeks later, Jessica comes into his office. She sits down but doesn't say anything. He is not happy to see her. Why are you here, Jessica?
It's Shannon. She's very depressed. I don't know what to do.
Dane feels heartbroken, but he doesn't say anything. He waits for her to continue.
She's not eating well. She's miserable.
Dane still says nothing.
Dane, I know that you think this is my fault.
Dane stares out of his office window. Well, isn't it? Jessica continues.
I was only trying to protect my friend.
Protect her from what?
From you, Dane.
Dane takes a deep breath. You should leave.
Okay, I'll leave, but before I go, I have a question for you. Let's suppose you two got married and began to have children. And then what if...
Dane turns to her. If what?
What if she gains all of her weight back?
He can no longer control his anger. Well, wouldn't she have to gain her weight back, Jessica? Doesn't pregnancy make a woman hungry all the time? And on top of that, a newborn baby weighs about 20 pounds or more. I'd expect her to gain weight. Jessica begins to laugh. Is this funny to you, Jessica? She continues to laugh.
A newborn baby does not weigh 20 pounds.
Dane sits down. Whatever.
So you really wouldn't care if she gained her weight back?
He begins to speak very slowly. I would care only because of her health, Jessica, and for no other reason. She's very energetic now. I could barely keep up with her. She actually helped me to become healthier. Jessica stares at him.
I believe you, Dane. I really do believe you. I'm sorry. You're right. This is my fault. What can I do?
Nothing. Without the note, there's no way to convince her. She stands up.
I'm really sorry. I really am.
She leaves. After a few minutes, Dane leaves too. As he is walking, he hears a voice behind him.
Hello, Dane.
He turns around. Shannon? She immediately goes into his arms. He hugs her for a long time and then kisses the top of her head.
Dane, I am so sorry that I didn't believe you.
He continues hugging her, and with tears in his eyes, he asks, So you believe me now? Why? She stares at the ground. Shannon? Shannon, I need to know why you believe me. I need to know because I don't want this to be a problem in the future. I want you to always trust me.
Well,
She says slowly.
I have been thinking a lot about us. If you didn't really care about me, you would have moved on by now. And
What?
I found the note.
He is shocked. You found the note? Where?
Well, I began to think about it. Each time I received a note, I would read it and put it in my purse. Then, when I got home, I would put it in a box. I kept all the notes in that special box. So, I remember that one day I picked up a note, but I was distracted by a phone call. The phone call was from my mom telling me about my sick grandmother. I remember putting the note in my purse.
Dane is listening intently and anxiously waiting for the rest of the story.
Well,
Shannon continues.
I often switch purses and...
Dane finishes the story. You found it in another purse. Shannon looks ashamed.
I'm so sorry for not believing you, but you can understand why I had to be sure. I just, well, I didn't have the confidence I was the right person for you.
And now?
Well, I now know that I love you. I truly love you.
You love me? Dane cannot stop smiling. He throws his hands into the air. She loves me! Shannon laughs.
So, you forgive me?
Dane puts his finger on his chin and begins to tease her. I don't know. I just don't know. Should I forgive a woman who's been torturing me for the last 7 weeks, 2 days, and 7 hours? Let me think. Shannon interrupts him.
You're on, Dane. It's been 7 weeks, 2 days, and 8 hours.
Dane laughs out loud and takes her into his arms. Come here, my girl.